Dear Mr. Cameron. Re. ASB case no, GP 0174756676/909. I am writing in response to the annoying letter I have received dated May 16, 2013. I understand that you have received complaints from my neighbors about the conduct of my tenancy. Since the home visit from your colleague Sue, I have only had 2 people around, and I was constantly feeling under pressure to tell those people to keep their loud mouths down, even though I have spent about 5,000 baht on soundproofing my home with cotton rock wool. I have even resorted to not playing blaring hardcore techno, psychedelic and bounce tunes at all hours of the morning without the use of headphones even in the daytime. I even threw one of my favorite Morning Glory CDs out mixed by Scott Walker to avoid the temptation. I have a pair of Yamaha HS80M professional studio monitor speakers just sitting there bored out of their heads now, which in my eyes is a crime against humanity. Can I ask what is an acceptable decibel level from within my crib, bro? What time is anything acceptable at all, because I am literally tiptoeing around my crib in fear of my neighbors grassing, even though there is banging gangland style hip hop and dubstep tracks pumping out from hood parties and G's having their homies over, coming from other cribs in the block regularly. Over the last couple of weekends I have heard screaming, shouting, gunshots, G's hurling threats and throwing up gang signs and sexual noises in the block, and also the filth were called to incidents in this block around 3 times over that weekend. There were what sounded like gangland style fights on the 2nd floor and a couple of drug busts and a stabbing, but nothing out of the ordinary. For you to threaten me with a letter after these incidents is actually racist, although I cannot confirm this as I do not know what color your skin is compared to mine, and I am no longer a registered race relations worker. I actually seen a pretty sick fight where the girl actually owned the guy, to be honest, outside shortly after this before the filth were called. This then carried on again after the filth had left, although I do not know exactly which crips were involved in this gangland activity, obviously because I'm not a grass. I tried reasoning with the neighbors from the crib below me but got no answer, so me and my homie Drake kicked the door off Ballygup as we were concerned for their welfare and safety, but nobody was in, so Das called up a man with a van to empty the crib, which had nothing to do with me as I was only concerned for their welfare and safety, and left before my brother Dave arrived with the van before I paid him for the pecky money for the van. There has definitely been no screaming or shouting whilst I was out of my head, as you put it. That was possibly the sound of a freeform hardcore tune by Transcend from within my crib at 5:33 a.m., although it was on headphones, so how this was heard by humans I do not know, unless of course they were under the influence of psychedelic drugs, or at any other time. Do you see where we're going with this, Mr. Cameron? There most certainly wasn't an animal which resembled a panther seen running from my crib across the landing and attacking one of the neighbors, neither. In my opinion, the neighbor obtained the life-threatening injuries from the girl beating him up the day before, although I'm no longer a registered doctor, so I cannot confirm this. My final point would be with regards to the people having seizures outside of my door before being taken to hospital, where they died a short time after. Those were legal highs they were taking, not illegal substances, so I do not appreciate you informing the filth about this, as no offense was committed, as the powerful mind-altering drugs they had consumed were technically as legal as eating an apple, if not in fact even more legal in my opinion, although I cannot confirm this as I am no longer a registered chemist. I will not be available for the interview you want me to attend on Tuesday, May 21st at 11 a.m. or at any other time for that matter, but if you call up one of my homies' phones they might be able to hook you up with whatever you need. P.S. My homie Jade has just called me and informed me that the 2 having the seizures outside of my crib door haven't actually died, and Frankie and Benny have made a full recovery, so I hope that brings some closure to this matter. I hope to not hear from you again, Mr. Cameron. I really honestly hope not to ever hear from you again, Mr. Cameron. Do you understand the point I'm making? I hope this matter can be resolved without the use of possible violence from other people which might be my friends by coincidence. Peace, bro. Carl McDermott.
Well.